This crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. On the corner of Dave Niehaus Way and Edgar Martinez Drive, welcome to T-Mobile Park. Coming up, Game 1 of the World Series on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Seattle Mariners. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. There may be no better atmosphere in all of baseball than Game 1 of the Fall Classic, Singy. Lots of excitement to get this thing started.
Yeah, and the players feel that just as much as the fans. You're down there with goosebumps, and these players are just trying to stay in the moment. But I'll tell you, for the home team especially, it's so hard not to be emotional and hyped up with all the energy in this building right now.
And on the other side, of course, you're looking to swing home field advantage your way with an all-important opening win on the road. First pitch coming your way next. And on the hill in this one, Brian Wu. What do we need to know here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Taylor King, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Ohtani in his 11th season, 32 years old, and a 4-time MVP, one of the faces of the league.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
2-1 now. Popped up first base side. Freeman has a beat on it. And there's one away.
The catcher.
2 on, 2 outs.
The right field, Taylor King.
There's a strike. Lined, and that's a base hit. Ozzie flying around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they tie it late here in Game 1.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Two on, 2 outs. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there, it's got a chance. One runs in. Oh, he misses it. It drops. In to score from first. And they lead by 2.
Well, he had the opportunity to drive in some runs, and he comes through to break the tie. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
King stepping in now. Tough matchup here when you're facing someone that throws 97 miles an hour on the black.
Yeah, Boog, forget the scouting report. He's just got to step in the box and trust his instincts. It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat. That fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touched it.
Two down, nobody on. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. That is the inning. Mariners are down in order, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. One down. Now Taylor King.
The right fielder, Taylor King.
Flips to corner. It's 0-1. Line drive. That's a base hit out into left center field. Around second, on his way to third. The throw in, and he's safe. So it's first and third with one down.
The catcher,
Runners at the corners here, one away. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Lined into right. He makes the grab. Runner tags from third. Here comes the throw. Safe. And they add to their lead as the run scores from third.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by a veteran pitcher. He had a talk with me. I don't know if I ever missed a cutoff man again.
Hot shot to third. Play made. That ends the inning. One run, a pair of hits, no errors, and one left on. On to the seventh here in game one. Seattle leads this one 7-3. This is the World Series on the show. One down. Now the number 2 hitter, Taylor King.
Taylor King.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one. On the ground to third. Muncy sends it to first. That's it out.
Up next for the Mariners, the catcher,
King had a solid game for them, a real contributor.
I really liked how he looked in this one. He consistently came to the plate with a solid plan, and it showed in the results. Nice job.
8-3 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. We're here in Seattle. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Seattle Mariners. John Shambi and Chris Singleton with you. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
And the series started out like you might expect. The home side taking care of business in game 1, but This game today is going to reveal a lot about what this series will become. Will it be a battle for 6 or 7 games, or will it be a walkover? Those are the questions that we start getting more clarity on after game 2.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one, Chris. This should be fun. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And today's starting pitcher, George Kirby. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Taylor King, the next to hit, takes outside. Right down to shoot, strike 1.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Here's a 1-1. Crushed, left center field. This one's deep, forget it. A 2-run blast. The Mariners strike first. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Game 2 of the World Series. And stepping in for the Mariners, Taylor King. Glasnow back to work. Fastball for a strike.
Oh, and an 0-0 count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
No question about this one. It's out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those two things feed off one another. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
This one smoked, could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. Pulls in with a double, third hit for him today.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. Man on second, 2 down. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out. Julio Rodriguez coming to the plate now in a big spot. The 1-2. In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. 2 on, 2 outs. In the air, right field. Tucker on his way over. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. 5 innings complete. It's the Mariners 3 and the Dodgers nothing. You're watching the World Series on the show. Taylor King now at the plate. 3 for 3. He's got a double and a pair of home runs. Right through there for a strike.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Strike 2. One out and a runner at second here in the late stages of game 2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Here's a ball that's hit right back up the middle. Clearly a base hit. I mean, that's one of those where you're expecting the guy from second to score.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Cal Raleigh.
This is when your ability to handle pressure comes into play. You have to stay calm and focused in the box. It's much easier said than done, especially when you're playing in the postseason.
Two on, 1 out. Runner on the go. There's a ball. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. And now it's Julio Rodriguez.
Well, he's always a threat.
King digs in. They're in front, but that lead could shrink quickly.
A little breathing room never hurt Boog. He's got the bat to supply that 0-2. And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle. Well, these Mariners doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Double-digit hits, and they've done a great job of avoiding the strikeout. Only one of them so far, which tells you a lot.
This one popped up. And there's 1 down.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
King had a great showing in the win. 4 hits, 2 of them leaving the yard.
Really impressive work at the dish, Boog. He gave his teammates a lot of opportunities in this one, and that's really all you can ask him to do.
So, Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
9-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. nothing better than pregame festivities for the World Series. Game 3 is coming up next. Live from Dodger Stadium, the World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. With my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaub. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
And Boog, this is as close to an elimination game as you can get without it actually being one. Going down 3-0 would more or less just end this thing. So this game's going to tell us whether we're going to have a real series in store for us or if we're just going to be packing our bags and going home.
A lot of people feel these teams are more evenly matched. The first 2 games would indicate. So we'll see if we get a bounce-back performance in this one. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Towing the slab in today's game, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Always a treat to watch one of the best starters in the sport, Singing.
Very dominant his last time out, picked up the win, only allowed 1 run. These guys would love to see him back on his game in this one.
King steps in, facing one of the top arms in the league. Big moment, big challenge.
You know, Boog, these are the matchups that tell you what a hitter is made of. Let's see what he brings to the table right here.
And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Hit hard on the ground is short. 1 out in the top of the first.
The catcher. Up next is the right fielder, Taylor King.
Let's talk about great individual postseasons. One that really sticks out to me is Ricky Anderson in 1989. He hit .441 with 3 homers and 11 stolen bases, leading Oakland to a World Series championship. Catcher challenge will take another look. So the call stands. So they'll lose their first challenge. In the air to left center. Pajes should have this one. And there's 2 down.
Man, when I think about great postseason performances, hard to top Carlos Beltran in 2004. 8 homers and 6 steals in 12 games with the Houston Astros. He didn't even get to play in the World Series that year.
King digging in. Missed opportunity just now, but still a chance with 2 away. Big spot here, Singy.
Yeah, got to shake it off and keep grinding. A base hit here changes everything.
That's in there. Strike 1. Tying run in scoring position here in Game 3 of the World Series. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's got a chance on the warning track and hauls it in. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Mariners 2. This is the World Series on the show. 1 down. Now Taylor King. 0 for 3 in this one. And the 1-0. Fastball for a strike. Looking to get the tying run on base. This one in the air right field. And in one hops the wall. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
The switch-hitting catcher will come up to hit. Cal Raleigh.
He's fallen behind in a huge spot, Boo. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
Now this one gets away from the catcher. And the runner holds. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. And a sac bunt here. Muncy fires to first in time. So runner at second, 2 down. Julio Rodriguez, the next to hit. So the tying run at second. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Pat under it. And that's the 3rd out.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam. This team obviously needed to win this game. Down 2-0 in the series. You go down 3-0, players start packing their bags. They know that they're headed home. But they came out focused on the task at hand, got the job done. A win in the next game. All of a sudden, we've got a new series.
Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
A 3-2 final score in this one. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. From Vince Scully Avenue, welcome to Dodger Stadium. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already. But I'll tell you what, I think whoever takes this one will be feeling really good about their chances the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen it before. Even when you're down 2-1, it seems like a win in Game 4 can propel you to a series win more often than not. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Getting the nod on the mound, Emmett Sheehan. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
King steps in now. He knows what's waiting for him, Singy. An arm of top-tier command and stuff to match.
Yeah, no freebies here, Boog. You got to earn everything when you're up against a pitcher of this caliber.
Right through there for a strike.
There was a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Ground ball right side, could be two. Flips it. There's one. On to Freddie. Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Bases loaded. One away. Pitch gets away. No movement on the base. It's ball one. Close one. Doesn't get the call. And that's ball two. There's a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. The tying run is in to score from third. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Tying run on third. He's looking to find a way to bring him home, and he gets it done with an infield single of all things. And that's probably not how he imagined the at-bat played out, but they'll absolutely take it.
Traffic.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo. This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Runners at the corners, one away. Here in Game 4 of the World Series. Out to short. Betts. Fires across the diamond. Got him, but they plate the go-ahead run. King walks in. If this offense were a lawnmower, he's yanking the cord and hoping for a roar.
And if that doesn't work, Boog, you better believe he's giving it a second pull.
The 0-1. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Betts under it. And there's one down.
Well, you can tell these players feel great and also relieved to even up the series. There's so much on the line. You've worked so hard to get here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Game 7 in this series.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close two-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.
And your final 4-2. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Live from Dodger Stadium, the World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. It's been quite a series so far, and the excitement's only ramping up as we get ready for Game 5.
Yeah, and even though neither team's going to be going home after today, Game 5 always has the feel of an elimination game when the series is tied up at 2-2. And maybe it's just as important as one, because being up 3-2 as opposed to down 3-2 makes a huge difference going forward.
Yeah, you don't want to be the team with their backs up against the wall in Game 6. This is a big swing game. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And on the hill in this one, Shohei Ohtani. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Taylor King, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end, trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Ohtani measures 6 feet 4 inches, 210 pounds, and a 4-time MVP, one of the faces of the league. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Just underway, crowd getting settled here at Dodger Stadium. And that one hammered. That's down. One hops off the wall. And that's a double.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep, so pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
1 out, runner at second. Cal Raleigh, the next to hit. Man at second. Oh, right to the backstop. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third.
Well, he's got nobody to blame but himself. With 1 out, a runner on third can come home all sorts of ways now. That's why, as a pitcher, you have to execute pitches even better when there are runners on base.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. A little bit high. Ball 1. And another ball.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Cal Raleigh on deck for the M's. Man on second, 2 down. There's the strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Slider for a strike. This one in the air, center field. Pajes under it. And that'll do it. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Mariners 3 and the Dodgers nothing. You're watching the World Series on the show. Bases loaded, 2 down.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
And that's in for a strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Traffic on the bases with 3 already across here in Game 5 of the World Series. Hard hit right side. They get the force, and that will end the inning. So they get 3 runs in the inning, but they also leave the bases loaded. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Mariners 6 and the Dodgers nothing. This is the World Series on the show. So digging in, Taylor King, 1 for 3. There's a strike.
Well, these Mariners, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
Chisholm to Betts at second for 1. On to Freddie. Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So bases all loaded up. Taylor King up next for the Mariners. 1 for 4 with a double. Here's your 1. Swing and a ground ball. Muncy tosses to first. Out to escape a bases loaded jam unscathed. And the Mariners strand the bases loaded. And the lead stays at 8. It's 10-2. Now the number 2 hitter, Taylor King. First and second, 2 down here in the late stages of Game 5. Strike 2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
On the ground, Chisholm. Over to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Mariners 11 and the Dodgers 2. You're watching the World Series on the show.
All this team needs is one more win, but when you're playing in the postseason, it's not just a win of a game, it's a win of an inning. It's a win of it at bat, it's a win of a pitch count, and that's what they're going to need to do in the next game to take the series.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
Final score in this one, 11-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us. We're here in Seattle. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Seattle Mariners. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. It's been a heck of a series so far, Singy, and you have to figure that will only continue here in Game 6.
You know, Boog, some of the greatest games in baseball history have been a Game 6, so I'm fired up for this one. And clearly, being at home with a 3-2 lead in the series is a huge advantage, but it's far from a guarantee. They've still got to go out there, handle their business, and not let this get to a Game 7.
And the odds are obviously against any team trying to win a Game 6 and Game 7 on the road. But it does happen. They don't consider this series over by any means. First pitch coming your way next. And taking the ball for Seattle, Ryan Wu. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Yeah, got the W last time out. 6 innings, a quality start. Hey, if a guy will give you that, you'll take it every single time.
One down. And stepping in for the Mariners, Taylor King. King, 23 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Glass now back to work, the 0-1. That one fouled off. The 0-2. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw comes in too late, and they don't get an out on the play.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
Man at first with 1 gone. Here's some real power at the plate. Cal Raleigh. In the air, left field. And there are 2 down. Runner at first with 2 away. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Rudder takes off. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Now the third baseman, Brendan Donovan. in the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Got him looking. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. We played an inning, no score.
Up next for the Mariners, the right fielder, Taylor King.
And he takes a strike.
Well, this is the type of hitter you want up in this situation. Some sluggers coming up behind him. He's so good at moving runners, but also getting on base. See if he can be patient here.
2 down, nobody on. Ripped on a line to center. And the inning is over. So they go quietly there. We're through 3 here in game number 6. Dodgers lead it 1-0. This is the World Series on the show. Bases loaded, 2 down.
The right fielder, Taylor King.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Check swing, went around, and it's 0-2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Throw on to Freeman, out to escape a bases loaded jam unscathed. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. You're watching the World Series on the show. 1 down. Taylor King up next for the Mariners. 1 for 3.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in. Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Gets him to chase after that one. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The M's trailing by 3 late here in game 6. That one close, ruled a ball. Full count now. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them.
This has been such a back-and-forth series, but who doesn't love a Game 7? Great job to force that so that everyone can come back for the next game. Really excited to watch the outcome of this one.
Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
A shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming your way next. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. What a memorable World Series this has been, and the entire season comes down to this. Game 7, Chris.
Yeah, this has been the World Series we were all hoping for, Boog. Back and forth. Neither team given an inch, even when it looks like their season's about to come to an end. This has been fantastic stuff, and I'm excited for us and for all of you out there to see how this unfolds.
Every broadcaster's dream, Singy, calling Game 7 of the World Series. I'm excited to do it with you. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Getting the nod for Game 7 on the mound, George Kirby. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
Obviously, there's a lot of pressure in this ball game, but important just to try to diffuse that. Take your deep breaths, step off the mound, do whatever you need to do to get yourself in a position. I wouldn't try to get all the strikeouts early. Get the defense involved in this ball game. See if they can get you through a few innings, and then find that groove.
The 1-0. And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
This one's smoked on its way out of here. That's his third home run of the series. The Mariners strike first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. That's just a great feeling as a hitter. You let the ball travel, tracked it pretty nicely. He's almost beat there, but he gets the bat head in time, and it's true enough to stay fair. I mean, that's a good feeling when you can hit an opposite field home run, and he did it right there.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
Well, these Mariners doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
1 away.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
King digging in. They say pressure makes diamonds. Let's see if this turns into a gem.
Yep, time to see if this one shines.
Tough situation right here. It's so important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. You're in Game 7 of the World Series. In the air to left center. Pajes has a beat on it. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. The relay safe. And they take the lead.
Well, that can be a tough one with the bases loaded. You can try to do too much, but there he didn't. He stayed within himself. He got that run in with the sac fly. Would have been nice if the runners behind could have advanced, but they'll take what they got.
King in the box now. Takes strike 1.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Line shot into the gap should score at least one. Ozzie flying around third. One run across. Rounds third, headed to the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's 8-2. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
So 2 down. Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. This one in the air, center field. And that is that. 5 innings complete. It's the Mariners 8 and the Dodgers 2. You're watching the World Series on the show. Man at second here with 2 away. Next to hit, Taylor King.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
The 0-1. Tap foul at the plate. Man on second, 2 down. Foul ball, still 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Man at second. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Here comes Olsen around third. He'll score easily, and it's 9-2. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. Payoff pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez. Runner takes off for third. No question about this one. It's out of here. A 3-run homer, and they add to the lead. It's 12-2.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So up next, Taylor King.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Line shot into the gap should score at least one. Headed for the plate. 1 run is in. Coming home. The relay to the plate, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 8 innings complete. We're on to the 9th in Game 7. The M's with just 3 outs separating them from history when we return. And there it is. The Seattle Mariners are world champions.
Congratulations to the champs. Game 7 of the World Series. Every player on both sides comes to the ballpark knowing that this is it. This team got it done. They've been a special club all year long, and it's fitting they win it all in a special series.
Welcome back on the show as we see some of the final moments and reactions in this World Series clinching game. And now let's go down on the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs. Singleton and our outstanding crew. I'm John Shambi. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. We're here in Seattle. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Texas Rangers taking on the Seattle Mariners. John Shelby with you alongside Chris Singleton. So the Seattle Mariners with lofty expectations this season, and why not? They're the defending World Series champs. Singy, it's become so hard in today's game to go back-to-back as champions. Why do you think that is?
Boog, I think it's because of the competition level and the parity that we're seeing in baseball. But yeah, you're right. It is very rare. The Yankees won 3 years in a row from 1998 to 2000. But over the next 20 seasons, nobody else was able to repeat. I think there's less of an imbalance at the top, and teams can compete by combining good internal development with smart, well-timed moves to bring in help from the outside. And once you hit the postseason, anything's possible.
First pitch coming your way next. One down, and stepping in for the Mariners, Taylor King. Javier making his first start of the year. He joined the team as a free agent. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying out of here. He'll circle the bases. His first homer of the year. The Mariners strike first. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park.
Let's take another look at it, but this time with the help of StatCast.
Well, this one wasn't hit that high, but when you can launch it at 111 miles per hour off the bat and get some backspin, it'll carry enough to get out of here.
No outs. Runner on second.
The right fielder, Taylor King.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Man at second. Chop to the left side. Jones throws across the diamond. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
The batter, number 8, designated hitter. Up next for the Mariners, the right fielder, Taylor King.
Clips the corner. That's strike one. What a stop. The feed for one. And two. What a play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
King steps in now. You can bet he was watching from the on-deck circle thinking, don't worry, I got this.
Yeah, classic cleanup duty, Boog. Time to fix the mess and maybe take the credit, too.
That one's in there. Strike one.
Tough situation right here. It's so important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Yeah, now the 0-1. Way out front for strike two. All loaded up here on opening day. Nice grab. Goes to second with it. Nicely done for the out. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. Seventh inning coming up. It's the Mariners 3 and the Rangers 2. This is AL West action on MLB. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Latz looking for his first save of the year. King stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
Oh, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
That one misses. Ball 3.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
That one finds the zone. 3-2 now.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
2 down, nobody on. Got him, and that's the ball game. King with a solid contribution even despite the loss. Just 1 hit, but it did leave the yard.
Well, Boog, he definitely made a difference for him in this one. Even in defeat, he can hold his head high.
Taylor King up next for the Mariners. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. King, a former MVP, 24 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. The 1-0. Fastball for a strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Here's a 1-1. That smash towards center. Carter under it. And there's 1 down.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Man at first, 1 away.
The right fielder, Taylor King.
Fastball is outside.
Outside, that's the ball.
Nimmo, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Rolled to short, possible 2 ball. 1 at second, double play, and that'll do it for the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. 3 innings complete. It's the Rangers 3 and the Mariners nothing. This is AL West action on MLB The Show. King digs in. He's had this pitcher's number. Fastball off speed. It hasn't mattered, Singy.
Yeah, you can tell he steps in with confidence. It's like he already knows the answer to the test.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep both their challenges. Man at second. And that one fouled off. 1-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throws to first in time. One away, bottom of the sixth.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
King digs in. It's getting late, Singy. They're trailing, but traffic on the bases gives them a shot.
Yeah, it's all about cashing in now. Can't afford to leave those runs out there. It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched him.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home, fires it to the plate, safe, and the runner from second scores on the play. It's 13-2. So a man at first. Now it's the Mariners DH, Dominic Canzone. And the 0-2. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Brings it in, and there's one away.
Up next for the Mariners, the catcher,
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. Here's the 2-2. Drilled out towards left center field. Langford, long run. Got it. Really had to move for that catch. And there's two down.
Excellent job, and I tell you what, the times that I played left field, getting a play like that, you love the opportunity to make it.
2 outs, runner at first. Here's the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. The 0-2. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. Through 8 full, the Rangers on top 13-2. This is AL West action on MLB The Show. King with an okay game in the loss, singled and knocked in a run.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but wasn't a big downfall for him in the loss.
And up next for Seattle, Taylor King had an RBI yesterday, one of the 2 runs they scored in the game. Rocker making his first start of the year, a former first-round pick in 2022. To the right side, Hellman slings to first in time.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
hitter, Dominic. Up next for the Mariners, the right fielder, Taylor King.
That misses. Ball 1. And that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
The batter, number 8.
In now is the Mariners DH, Dominic Canzone. On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first, and that'll do it. Mariners leave 1. It's 5-0.
next for the Mariners.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That's outside. Ball one. The Rangers leading by 5 here in the bottom of the 6th. That one hammered, but pulled foul. One, two now. Swing and a bouncer towards third. In time to Vaughn. That's out number 2.
The batter, number 8, designated hitter, Dominic.
Bottom 9. And stepping in for the Mariners, Taylor King. That one finds the zone. Strike one. This one in the air, right field. Hernandez takes it in for the out. One away.
Designated hitter,
King with an unremarkable performance in the loss.
If he's going to be a driver for their offense and change losses like this one to wins, he needs better days than this. Some good signs in this one, though.
Now it's the right fielder, Taylor King. That's in there. That's strike one.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. One down.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Dominic. Up next for the Mariners, the right fielder, Taylor King.
Man, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Way back there. It's got a chance. Out of here. The Mariners strike first. It's 1-0.
He was able to hit one out in this weather. Are you kidding me? How did he do that? A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Mariners, Taylor King. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Carter on his way over, flashes the leather on the run and catch, and there's one down.
The batter, number 8, designated hitter, Up next for the
Stepping in,
Mariners,
Taylor King.
right
He
fielder,
blasted one out earlier in the third.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
And a strike.
Well, these Mariners, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. 8 of their hits came off the bat at 90 miles per hour or harder. These batters are not getting fooled right now.
Base hit, center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
the batter, number 8.
Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
And up next for Seattle, Dominic Canzone. Good day at the office. 2 hits, including that long ball.
Well, he definitely made a difference for him in this one. Nice effort to contribute to the win.
Taylor King is focused and ready for this one. Yet another chance to show the baseball world what he's made of. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming your way next. And stepping in for the Mariners, Taylor King. King launched a homer in his most recent game. King, a former MVP, he made his big league debut when he was 22 years old. Seattle made him a first-round pick back in 2025. On a line out towards center. And that's a base hit. There comes the throw. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away.
Everything came together for him. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
Dominic Canzone up next for the Mariners. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. In the air, right field, Barger going back on this one. He's got it. Runner tags from third. In to score from third. We're tied at 1.
Well, we got ourselves a new ball game. Nice job right there at the plate. Sacrifice fly, and he gets in the tying run.
One down. Cal Raleigh getting ready to hit.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Here's a 1-2. In the dirt. Tied up here in the early going. Tap to first. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag as the pitcher brings it in for the out, and the runner advances to second. So runner at second, 2 down. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Man on second, 2 down. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Doesn't stop, heads for home. But now he hits the brakes and hustles back to third.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And now it's Josh Naylor.
It's early, but these at-bats can impact the game just as much as they do later. Here's a chance to set the tone early for your team.
2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's got a chance. Reaching for it and brings it in. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We'll head to inning number 2 at T-Mobile Park. Jays lead it 1-1. You're watching Mariners baseball on the show Northwest. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Here's your 1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck, carrying well, and that one is out of here. A laser to left, and it gives them the lead in the third. It's 2-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it happened.
Now it's the right fielder, Taylor King, and he has a chance to homer for the second time this inning.
I'm sure it never crossed his mind that he'd get another chance to do that again in this inning, but here we are. Let's see if he can pull it off.
King went deep in his most recent game. This one in the air, center field. Two away. Throw sails over his head at first. One down. Now the number 2 hitter, Taylor King. He's already homered in this game. have to say he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
Yo, one. On a line, base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second to third, and they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
The batter, number 8. Designated
Stepping in, Dominic Canzone. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Guerrero. And there are 2 outs.
Up next for the Mariners, the catcher, Cal Raleigh.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Cal Raleigh will hit next. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Tapped softly on the ground. The throw to first, third out, and that ends the frame. Mariners leave a couple, but they're still on top 7-2. Man at first, and now the right fielder, Taylor King. He's already homered here in this one. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
Well, these Mariners, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
That smash towards center. Brings it in. And there's one away.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
King had a sensational showing in the win. A 3-hit performance, including a homer.
But Boog, can't say enough about what he did for him in this one. He's a big reason they got the W, and it's easy to see why he's a key contributor for him.
Taylor King, currently on a 10-game hitting streak. Can he keep it going today? It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Seattle Mariners. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So digging in, Taylor King.
Taylor King.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Hit on the ground, might be 2. The throw to second is offline. First and second, no outs. Dominic Canzone up next for the Mariners. In there for strike 1. Ripped to third and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Man at first, one away.
For the Mariners, the right fielder, Taylor King.
That misses the zone. Ball one.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
King with a homer in his last game. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. And it is gone. A soaring shot to center. His 4th home run of the season. And they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Taylor King now at the plate. He's already homered in this game.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
That misses the zone. Ball one. The M's trying to break this one open. Here at the bottom of the 7th. In for a strike. Went with the sweeper. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. The flip to second. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Mariners 3 and the Blue Jays 1. This is Mariners baseball on the show Northwest. King with a valiant job in defeat. Only 1 hit, a home run.
I'll tell you, I was excited every time he came up. Even though he couldn't lift them to a win, he really made an impact. Great job in this one.
Now it's the right fielder, Taylor King.
Taylor King.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
The 0-1. This one driven deep center field on its way. Home run. A solo shot. The Mariners strike first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Up next for the Mariners, the right fielder, Taylor King.
In there for strike one.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
That one ripped right center field. And in one hops the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Dominic Canzone digs in now. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. And that one ripped to left. Diving, it gets down. Could be extra bases. King around third. He'll score, and they take a 3-run lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Mariners, Taylor King. King matched a homer in his last game. The 1-0.
Well, these Mariners, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Out towards right center field. Sanoha under it. 1 up, 1 down.
I'm not saying they do, but with the way they're squaring up the ball right now, it's almost like they know what's coming. They seem very confident at the plate.
King starts it off with a lead. Looking to play add-on, not just maintenance, Singy.
Yeah, partner, when you've got momentum, you ride it.
That's down. 1 hops off the wall. And a good start to the inning.
The batter, number 8.
Next is the designated hitter, Dominic Canzone. Runner on the go. Right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Gets it there in time, though, and they get it out of the play.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
1 out, runner at second. Next to hit, Julio Rodriguez. Comes a 2-2. And he hits a ground ball right side. Guerrero takes it himself. 2 down.
The batter, number 2. Second baseman,
Cole Young, the next to hit.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
That one lifted to left. And that'll do it. Mariners leave 1, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. King was a big contributor for them in the win. Put together 3 hits, 1 of them a home run.
Really impressive work at the dish, Boog. He gave his teammates a lot of opportunities in this one, and that's really all you can ask him to do.